Hello, everyone, and no one, and welcome to another Talking Into the Void. We were originally supposed to watch a movie, but due to some scheduling issues that Angela had, we could not go through to watch the old classic A Goofy movie because she has not seen it. And since we're getting into Christmas, I'm just looking at doing fun movies for this month. Maybe a single horror movie if we find one we want to go over on that. But join me as always, T. Alexander. T, how you doing?
I'm doing good, my friend. You?
Oh, not so bad. Otherwise, Angela's finishing up over on the matinee stream with the Adam and Quiz, and I'm pretty sure Will's having a cat nap, an old cat nap.
It, old catnap.
Did you see I changed the thumbnail around for this one to where you, me, and Angela are the different ice creams, and Will's just stand on the top of it, just like because it's either he's staining ice cream since like the rest of us aren't showing a lower abdomen for our thing for the ones I use for that, it really works to be like, oh, you stick it in there and it's kind of like we're in the ice cream.
We're part of the ice cream. You. Man. But so how? What did you hear about today? Because I've heard some great shit.
I haven't heard much of anything. Like I should have went to the range and didn't, because I was just like, it's been fucking snowing and everything.
Uh, I'm not looking forward to that. Like that's going to annoy me.
Oh, I don't mind it. It's just that whole thing of I'm like, I got enough on the whole thing. It's the video that I have for the Din Albin is a fucking hot mess. Or not Dalbin. Dalbin Owl. Jesus, I keep fucking that name up.
Okay.
It's a hot mess because I was having issues with the I thought it was a connector, it wasn't a connector. Turns out it's something with the whole striker assembly to where occasionally when I would go to release the trigger after firing, you have to let them go the trigger so it can redo it. It would fire while the trigger was supposed to be resetting for the next shot. And that's not good.
I would imagine it isn't.
Yeah.
So how'd you fix it?
Well, it's on a different frame that it doesn't do that with, and I'll have to take it out to the range again and test it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think next week there's probably going to be no video. Maybe we'll see how things go this week.
Oh fuck! I just remembered I have a dentist appointment Tuesday. Well, that sucks. Oh well, I'll survive. There's a cute dentist there that I always try to get her to clean my teeth.
Yeah, otherwise,
She's
the
a
only
little
thing I've
cutie.
really seen on Twitter is just idiocy of, well, the whole thing of there was the shooting in California. We're like, it's
There was
the
a shooting in
guns, and it's like
California.
it was in California where I think it was 4 people died. I don't know exactly how it was, but I guess some kids got hit as well. And it's like, again, it's in California, which has some of the strictest fucking gun laws in the country. You can't blame the guns when it's fucking criminals.
You're asking people to have a modicum of self awareness. Stop that. Get some help, right?
No, I'm not expecting it, and it's everyone else just basically telling him, "Hey, he's retarded," and I'm like, "Ah, the world is healing. Country is healing again."
I always find it funny that instead of blaming the criminal, you blame the tool the criminal used. It's like saying the fork made me fat. Really? Not the conscious effort of picking up the fork and eating with the fork. Got it. These people have the nothing is never my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's like the ones that'll. It's just like the dumb shit you see online. That one picture, or not picture, video has been resurfacing again to where it's the black guy and he'll walk by someone and he sticks his elbow out and fucking slams into their arm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's predominantly to white women. And it's just like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh shit! Did you hear? Guy was caught black guy in New York, caught spitting on white people's right. White women. So a bunch of black kids found him and whipped his ass.
Good. I mean, technically, they could have gotten him for assault, a biological attack.
They did. The police, got him, but they're gonna get him. But they did nothing to the white black kids that got him. So yeah, I'm glad for that shit because I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of a group of fucking racists doing shit. I'm tired of motherfuckers. I'm just tired. I understand black fatigue.
Yeah, I meant to show it last night. The one black guy was doing the whole thing of basically even showing that there are it's like black folks that are tired of it as well because you're just not seeing it. You want to blame white people for everything, but then you won't even try to uplift your actual community because like it's that whole thing. God, I can't remember who said it. It's just like what happened. It's like what happened when most black people, when they actually make money, do? They move out of the hood because they get tired.
They move right out the fucking hood.
So they get tired of getting robbed.
It is the what word? You want to claim victimhood, and then when you finally quote unquote make it, you fucking flee. It's like BLM Patrice Cullors, instead of uplifting the quote unquote black community, what did she do?
Yeah.
Bought 2 mansions in fucking the Hollywood Hills. Yeah. But she pro-black. Yeah. It is amazing. But it is what it is, my friend. It fucking is what it is. But what I wanted to say was the auto pen presidency has ended. President Otto Penn will not be anymore. Trump said all executive order, anything signed by the Otto Penn is null and void. Which is fucking amazing. You there?
Yeah. I've seen a video where it's this one guy, like, it's this black dude's clutching his own purse or whatnot, and like to fuck people. It's like, you're trying to like make jokes about it. It's like the dumbass black guy that was doing the whole thing of walking around and would just randomly touch white folks' hair. It's like white people weren't doing that to black guys or to black folks.
No one does that. That is not a thing that fucking happens. Or let me rephrase that. That's not a thing that adults do. Children may do that. Fucking kids. You know how many times my head has been touched by children that randomly don't fucking know me? Like, I'll walk by and someone will stroke my, just, they look at you and do shit. I had a little kid, I'm on a bus one day. I'm sorry for manipulating the conversation, my friend.
Oh, no worries. I was trying to see if I could find something else on Twitter it's worth talking about and really haven't seen anything.
I was on a bus one day, sitting, mind my business, eating some popcorn. And this little kid comes, looks at me, stares me in the eye, looks me dead in my face, just as I'm eating my popcorn, and holds out his little hand. What up, Will?
Howdy.
holds out his little hand, and me being me, I hand it to him like, you know what? I just ain't got the strength. I shouldn't eat it anyway. Here, you take it. Walks over to his mother. Mother starts giving it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Little kids do shit like that.
Little kids are also the same ones that'll look at you when you're eating something and like, I like French fries, because you're eating French fries, and it's like, I'm not fucking giving you something, dude.
I'm not sharing.
Like quite
Well,
literally,
then go
sometimes
ask-
like every kid just needs to get that one thing, and parents need to pull their heads out of their ass and just let that one person say, it's like, look, you are special and irreplaceable to many people in your family, but there are a metric fuck ton of people in this world that do not care about you.
You are a special and unique snowflake only to your mother. Like, you, people that aren't related to you aren't going to be sympathetic.
I'm sure you're a beautiful butterfly. If you want some French fries, go ask your mother.
Look, the store is down that way. You
Say, speaking of popcorn, you shouldn't be having. I got my bowl here.
are you acting like Bruce Leroy?
Yeah, I couldn't remember who had or hadn't seen the movie, so I had to ask. And when Angela said she hadn't seen it, I'm like, oh no, we're holding off on this movie then. I didn't feel like trying to find something to make a thumbnail real quick for that one.
Like I said, I have the movie. That's one of my favorite movies. I have a copy of it. I'll probably watch it tomorrow at work, and I'll probably watch it again. But with you guys, I love that movie.
Pretty sure I've seen it once.
Oh, here we go. This is one of the things we can talk about, because this is a guy who doesn't know anything about the UCMJ, law of armed conflict, and all that. And it's the one that I had to put the thing of my favorite. Don't shoot. I'm retarded. Prove it. Thing for when I quote tweet someone. It's just that you're making shit up, retard. It says snipers live by the creed: one shot, one kill, because it's illegal a war crime to fire at the enemy more than once. And it's just like, no, it's not. That's not how that works. Where snipers only typically do a one shot, one kill is what they're trying for. So there's less like to be, so it's less likely to be a two-way range.
Or fucking
less likely for them
fire.
to get. Yeah, that's what he just said.
Yeah.
Less likely for them to get caught.
Yes, like quite literally, like that's the fun part of saying it's like calling it a two-way range. It's like so that way they can't return fire. That Johnny just today, just a little bit ago, goes. That's why the magazines. That's why the magazines only hold one bullet.
But
it says illegal war crime to shoot it more than once. Ever heard of suppressing fire?
Yeah. Or wars wouldn't happen at all. Okay, I can only fucking fire once at the enemy before it's illegal. So did I hit him? No.
Well, it's once per person. So as long as you're shooting at a different guy, you're fine, right?
Oh, okay, all right. That's it. Well, see what happens when there's like 50 people and you didn't fire 50 shots. You fired it.
Then you're done for the day. You hit your quota.
All right, so it's a daily thing, apparently. Okay, I get it. All right.
And Tier, yes, I am totally doing the Bruce Leroy with my ebony chopsticks.
Am I not the prettiest show enough? Am I not the meanest mofo downtown? Low downtown. Show enough.
Show enough.
That was such a
I hate getting greasy fingers. This is perfect. Next, I'll start using them for French fries.
I'm telling you, you need to have the wicker hat, and you need to be in classic Japanese outfit.
I still don't care the great.
I
Like the
re-
greatest thing
say-
about that, or I shouldn't say the greatest. One of the funnest things about that movie was just the fact that it's like looking at the whole thing of it. The guy's like, I don't care, man. Make the black guys act. It's like Chinese, the Chinese guy, or it's like the Chinese guys act black. Like
And it
Suki hot
works.
sock suck Suki. You sock it to me. I sock it to you.
Like I sock it to you. And they just dance some dumb goy. Some dumb goy. Well, you going back to China?
Torture.
No, going back to the homeland. Visit my mother.
She lives in Miami.
You know what I would have loved to see? I would have loved to see a crossover between Big Trouble Little China and The Last Dragon.
That it could kind of work. I say because like that one's a little more difficult because it's like it's that whole thing of I would say The Last Dragon doesn't go as far into the supernatural as obviously Big Trouble Little China does.
Yeah, but the glow is clearly magical.
I mean, he does catch a bullet with his teeth as well.
That and at the end of both movies, your villains are done. So
Yeah.
Well, technically,
Well-
Shonuff isn't dead.
Neither is the Arcadian.
Eddie Arcadian, yeah. I mean, they're
Now-
arrested, but they're not dead.
One of the things I actually do like is they have a Big Trouble in Little China episode of the 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I didn't know that.
And I want to say they got the guy who played Lopan to do the actual voice for it.
I mean, it would
And-
fit that universe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because Ninja Turtles has always gone into the supernatural and science fiction, and it's just a mixture of everything.
And depending on what universe, they are either reincarnations.
What's up, Keishal? And there's only been one and it's one of the comics they've been reincarnations. Every other is the turtles have always been mutants. It's whether or not Master Splinter is a rat mutated, more humanoid, or a human mutated into a rat.
Yeah, mutating to a rat. I like the latter one where he's a rat that mutated into a humanoid because in the original cartoon you see him training as the rat with his master, his owner.
No, in the original
In the-
live action movie, in the original cartoon,
Yeah.
he was a man who turned into a rat.
in the cartoon, the mutagen acted upon you in relation to what you last touched.
Yeah. So, because like it depends on which
I didn't
series.
know
Because
that.
original cartoon in 2012, I don't remember if I said already. But, what's up, Keishal? Yeah, original in
You did.
2012. Splinter was a human that was mutated to be more rat-like, and then the original live-action movie and the 2003 cartoon, Splinter is a rat that then gets more humanoid.
So he touched a human.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Well, because in most of those, the mutagen. And what's up, Angela? The mutagen.
Not much. How's it going?
You.
Not bad. I think other than the 2003 one, majority of them have it that the mutagen gets put on him shortly after interacting with Hamato Yoshi.
Mhm.
Usually meaning shortly after his death.
And then, of course, the turtles
Mhm.
by interacting with the human, and then mutagen and hello humanoid turtles.
Humanoid turtle.
Yeah, because
Hi,
like
Keishal.
for the 2012, the way they did it, the reason why the turtles are humanoid is because of Yoshi bought them after he had moved to America. So obviously he had touched them. And then while interacting with the Krang, because of noticing them, he ends up touching a rat before the mutagen gets spilled on him and the turtles, because that's, he picked the turtles up to put them in their case or in their thing when he had bought them from a pet store.
I like the depending on the continuity, Bebop and Rocksteady are humans, and I love that.
I I can't remember.
The original cartoon, they're humans mutated to be like animals.
Yes.
The original
A
live action
warthog and a
movie,
rhino,
they were animals
mutated humans.
Well, that
mutate.
they use different ones. It wasn't Bebop and Rocksteady because they do that in the second movie, which is then you have Toka and Razar.
Yeah,
And
the first movie they used
Yeah.
animals with the mutagen.
Well, in the first movie, the only ones who get the mutagen are the turtles and Splinter.
Okay, second movie then.
Yeah, because that's when you
It's
get
been a
secret-
minute.
That's when you get secret.
Yeah,
I know way too much
yeah.
about the Ninja Turtles in some cases, but like way less than others.
Did you know James Avery was the voice of Shredder?
Which version?
Uncle Phil was Shredder. The original cartoon. Uncle
Dude,
Phil was the voice of Shredder.
Most of the people they have gotten to voice Shredder have been fucking awesome.
Yes.
Because I want to say the guy who voices Shredder in the 2012 also did the voicing of Kratos from God of
You're
War.
talking about
God of War.
Tilk. Boy. What's his name? I forget his name.
Kevin Michael Richardson is the one who did the Shredder. And he was the voice of Goro in the original Mortal Kombat. Like he has a
Christopher Judge. He does crazy.
massive amount of freaking things. He also does Jerome and Cleveland Brown and Family Guy.
Here just
I didn't
wants
know
to
he
see a
was
live
Bebop.
action.
And
What?
Here wants to see a live action God of War just for the plot.
There was some Aphrodite looked kind of hot, yeah. I didn't know he was T'Challa in Marvel's Avengers, the game.
oh yeah, freaking voice actors get around for that whole thing.
Yeah, he did.
Well, you gotta keep working, otherwise you disappear.
Yeah.
He was
Gotta pay the bills.
He was Magneto. Christopher Judge was Magneto in X-Men Evolution, which wasn't a bad run. I actually like that series. It changed. It flipped the continuity on its head.
But yeah, in the 2012, they bring back Bebop and Rocksteady in late season 2. And it's funny because they're based off the two different guys they're based off. One is Zek, who is a thief. They use tech for that, and that's the reason why he has the visor glasses. And the other is based off Steranko, who was a former Russia arms dealer. Like, I still say, like, okay, original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon, yeah, it's a Saturday morning cartoon for kids, so it's obvious that they're gonna, unless it's a weird 2-parter episode, they're gonna foil Shredder's plans every episode, and he's gonna come back every episode. And they're always gonna be able to beat him. The 2003 did a good job, except for, like, really by about season 2, almost any of the individual turtles could take Shredder on by themselves. And for the 2012 series, quite literally until it goes from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, is when they finally literally defeat Shredder. Like everyone says for the 2003, for all the shit that happened to Baxter Stockman at that whole thing, it's like, oh, they didn't have to go that far. Homie, spoiler alert, in the 2012 series, they don't just kill Splinter once, they kill that fucker twice.
Damn.
Well, yeah, because when they do their whole going in space thing, he dies before the world goes into a black hole, because of a black hole generator weapon. And then because of the whole thing, like, they go 6 months into it's about 6 months into the past, they can go through to try to stop that whole thing going to then, he doesn't have it there, but then he loses against Shredder when Shredder gets a different variation of Baxter's mutagen that he had developed off the Krang's mutagen. Gets a little convoluted, but because
I'm going to say this.
the time frame that goes with it, it's not near as bad.
I'm going to say this now, Rod. My head hurts.
Yeah, I was gonna say that just sounds like a lot.
I'm like many things. I'm a casual enjoyer. There are a few things that I'm deep into the lore about that I can go on for hours without stopping. Turtles is not one of them. But here's a funny little anecdote. I went to the Turtles. I went to live action Turtles. Like my godmother when I was 4, because my mother would never let me fucking forget it because she hated that show. My godmother got me tickets to Turtles to see the Turtles live at the Baltimore Arena.
Well, here is one thing I will bring up for the 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Other than one guy, Nolan North, who voices the rest of the Krang that are actually just called the Krang. Krang Prime is voiced by Roseanne.
Nice.
And Krang Subprime is voiced by Gilbert Godfrey.
Nice, sir.
Okay.
Oh, it's hysterical in my opinion.
I want this. Hold on. I have to show.
I highly recommend picking it up.
I want this. This is. There's a guy with a talon. He has a talon rod. It looks like it's a working weapon. It would make a fucking amazing mace.
No, looks like I've been going through that when I've been not watching some of the videos that I've been, or YouTube stuff that I've been keeping up with.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like they even brought back a bit of the because they do have a thing where they interact with like the old school Turtles as well. But because they couldn't get the full rights to everything, even though Nickelodeon had bought them, and that they just couldn't get everything so they could do it the full way. So the Turtles aren't exactly there, but they're a very good. Like it's better than, in my opinion, than what the Turtles Forever 2000 for the 2003 one did. Because like that one they didn't have the rights for it because Nickelodeon had bought the rights to Ninja Turtles. So it's like a better homage to them.
Yes.
But they did put the original, a tribute to the original theme song. And it is the ringtone to all the Turtles' T-phones.
I find this amazing.
Find what amazing?
There's
going anywhere.
Again, putting it in the side chat. There's an obvious Photoshop of Trump and Epstein together.
No, there is the old photo from way back when of the. Oh yeah, that one's an obvious Photoshop. There is the one
but
from,
people are still trying to say it's real.
Yeah. Well, there's the other one that's been shown of them together. That's still people like, oh well, it's like they weren't super big buddies and whatnot.
No,
it's really disturbing. Tier, I really want to beat you up now.
What the fuck did I do?
You made me see that abomination.
I just figured that was more of a state of being, Angela.
The fuck did I do?
Oh, and one of the other little things, the guy who did the original voice for Raphael in the original 1987 is the voice of Donatello in the 2012.
Okay.
And he redoes his voice for Raphael when they interact with the 1987 ones.
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say homage, that fancy French term for, hey, we really like that, so we ripped it off.
We just stole it.
I mean, technically, since Nickelodeon owned the rights to it, there wasn't much they could. It's not like they couldn't take care or do it.
Mm-hmm.
At least this one they didn't freaking do the whole thing of like shitting on the past ones. I mean, they did make fun of them a little bit. I mean, like you don't even use your actual weapons and everything.
Yeah, that's annoying.
So they have a whole thing of like how they go on to it, but like they actually even have when they go and meet them. It's like when they first meet each other, like the old school ones insulting the new ones. But I mean, they've got basically like references to everything. They've got, Michelangelo a few episodes in has the Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go. One of the characters has the whole thing from when they go from being mutated one way to mutated again. They get called Razards as the tribute to the second movie as well. Plus one of the, it's like, I'm not gonna say heavenly, but like almost like godlike beings, because the fucking thing's almost as big as a planet. That's a turtle-like being. Is called Toka.
Okay.
It's a No, it wasn't a Cathadragon. Fuck, I can't remember it. But like they go through and have a lot of homages to everything. But I mean, shit, if you look at the original live action movies, the first 3 are live action, and the 4th one of the series is actually CGI. Like 2008 or whatever I think it was, or something. CGI Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is actually a sequel to the original live action movies. They just don't show anything about it until you get to the end of it and you see Shredder's helmet, the freaking time staff.
Again, my head is so confused.
I am gonna have to like sit down sometime soon, watch those, and get Turtles in Time and get the 4th one. But I think my playlist before then has got Peninsula, because somebody brought to my attention that it exists, and I'm stuck now.
You're welcome.
I hate you. Not really, but yeah,
I still make the argument that the 3rd live action Ninja Turtles movie, storyline wise, and even with what they were doing with it, is not a terrible movie. That it is unjustly hated, predominantly because too many kids were like, why doesn't it have Shredder, and why are they going through time? Forgetting that, the Turtles did that in the cartoon.
Yes.
They did that in the cartoon, and did you watch 1 and 2?
Well, and
Shredder had a bad day.
A lot.
Twice.
Yeah, but they didn't have them going backwards in time hundreds of years to then somehow run into another or an ancestor of Casey Jones or someone who looks identical to him. I just think it's funny the fact that for the live action movies, no one brings it up. There was 3 different women who played April. If you count the voice actors for the CGI, it's probably 4.
It's too used to that happening.
I mean, back in that time frame, it wasn't uncommon. It's a main character, but it's not the main character that you're going there for.
Well, look at what they did to change up Darkman. And just leave it with Neeson.
Oh God, having Bruce Campbell at the final champ. Really? Y'all don't know that it was Bruce Campbell in the end of Darkman?
I don't remember.
Because Mitch pointed that out to me. NDC. Here you go. I will play it. Share screen.
Otherwise, y'all seen anything on Twitter that really has really pissed you off or you want to talk about?
Aside from the usual.
Say less Twitter and more YouTubes, but
I'm saying you can go ahead and pause this tier because I'm not sharing it on stream or anything.
I would just let them look.
Wait, that's Bruce Campbell?
No, it's Liam Neeson. But you see him doing it, and then he puts on the mask and he runs away. And she's looking for him.
And it's like, he can be anybody for 99 minutes, so...
Yeah.
See?
Oh.
Yeah, that's totally Bruce Campbell.
And he's the final. He is the final show.
I know her too.
Call me Darkman.
So the things that have been setting off my brain today in that regards, some old stuff between yesterday and today. John Bryan bringing me back to another read. Well, not quite defendant because I don't think they actually ended up pressing charges, but the guy who was arrested for, let's see, kicking in a woman's door, attacking her, and fleeing on foot.
Mm-hmm.
There's a problem. He's a paraplegic. He's been in a wheelchair for 25 years. But the woman accused him of specifically kicking in his door and fleeing on foot. And the cops started out acting like he was faking the wheelchair, the disability thing. Which is going to be a big lawsuit, don't you know? And then Audit the Audit, his Audit the Court channel, did a throwback to lawyers who don't know the Constitution and violate it, and got ADA Binger in the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, when he actively tried to implicate Kyle exercising his right to remain silent as some kind of indicator of knowledge of guilt. This one's subtle. He was actively trying to get the jury to come to the conclusion that because he didn't say anything about the case before getting on the witness stand, it was somehow an indicator that he had been waiting to specifically manipulate his testimony to fit the trial and counter it. And trying to imply that an innocent person wouldn't have stayed quiet.
Oh, they always do that dumb shit.
Problem. It is illegal for them to. It's not a this is in bad taste. It is illegal for the prosecutor to try to get the jury to draw any inference from the defendant exercising the right to remain silent and even testifying or not, and the jury instructions specifically speak directly to that. No inference may be drawn from that. And he's, that's been black letter law for longer than Bingers have been alive. And he still tried to do it. And then he went from there to trying to bring in purported propensity evidence, which had been excluded as from the trial as ineligible. This can't be evidence, and he tried to sneak it in anyway. So of course the blood pressure going up there again, and then to round it off, watching Angry Cop and Donut Operator on TikTok Girl,
TikTok Girl,
the DoorDash Girl.
Oh, okay, all right.
Sorry, more specific.
I can't. I cannot even.
So yeah, we've been stoking the rage a little bit.
Yeah, I have no doubt.
I hope TikTok will get everything she fucking deserves.
Oh God, over Thanksgiving I had that bit of that conversation with my folks.
What?
Of the whole thing, my dad's like, because even my dad was just like, that still seems like it should be trespassing. I'm like, Dad, different states, different laws. Well, that was a bit louder. I'm like, I am trying so hard not to yell in this situation because we had this with Tyr, and it always comes up with it wasn't just with you, it was like with you and a few others that came like, well, that should be, it's like both people were like, bro, different states, different laws. We don't know how they're going about this. We agree with you. Please stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
The trespassing notion's a little bit dicey in a few realms, but
well, that's
illegal entry.
It all depends on what the laws were, considering the fact that she didn't have to jimmy the lock or anything. It was most likely that he probably left the door unlocked.
Yeah.
That's
No
breaking
forceful
and entering that's questionable.
Yeah,
Again,
no
it's still
forceful
that. Yeah,
entry.
it's not forceful entry, so the state might have different laws about it. It's fucking New York.
Yeah, it's no forceful entry. It probably qualifies under breaking and entry. The crazy thing is the lack of forceful entry would typically put it outside the realm of burglary, which is a forceful entry for the purpose of committing a crime. But say the trespass gets a little dicey too, because she wasn't told to leave. She was just not invited in.
I mean, her instructions were to leave food on porch and then leave.
Yeah, leave it on the porch.
The one thing that kept getting me was the people like, oh, they noticed the DoorDasher name was a woman. And it's like, I don't even know if the DoorDash says that. Oh, what's up, Mr. Scott?
Yeah, Mr. Scott.
And like, he thought he was going to get some. It's like, this isn't a fucking porno, dude. Like,
I like the way that
I
think it
can't.
was Donut Operator put it, is basically is like, is a drunk, got food on order. What's the last thing a guy is interested in for satisfaction that night? Okay, get that taken care of and just passes out waiting.
Yeah. But still, it's that whole thing. People are like, oh, he thought he was going to get him a little something. It's like, this is not a porno.
Yeah, and having spent 10 years as a delivery driver, I can tell you, people don't just answer the door like that, planning on doing the dirty with the delivery person.
Yeah.
And the people who do open the door wearing less than bolts of fabric are the ones that are better seen under 2 or 3 acres of fabric from at least a quarter mile away.
It's kind of like the old saying: the people you see at a nude beach, the type of people you don't want to see at the nude beach.
In my entire time at FedEx, I had 2 people answer the door in states less than completely appropriate dress. Both of them made me want to bleach my eyeballs.
It's that whole thing of like, look, it's your house. If you want to be naked in your house, that's fine. But if you know you're supposed to be getting a delivery. Oh, I can't talk sometimes.
Maybe
well,
put
if
your
the-
damn clothes
yeah.
on, or at least a robe.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the delivery driver is knocking on the door or ringing the bell, which usually means they got to get a signature, because otherwise,
Hey, Mr. Scott.
they just want to drop and run. I get no criticism about UPS dropping a package at the door and bolting, hitting the doorbell and bolting fast, unless the package says signature required.
Yeah.
It's a long day and it's busy. You want to spend as little time as possible at that location. But let me tell you, if I got to have a signature, I don't want a bent over stick figure of an 84-year-old man who's 92 pounds soaking wet and has him hanging out free.
So I still thought was funny. The last thing I actually had to sign for is a package. Like I was like, oh, I'm just gonna have to deal with the fact that I gotta fucking get the come pick it up later or the next day. And as I'm opening the door to go to work, there's the fucking mailman. And he's like, oh, I got some you have to sign. I'm like, well, I'm right here, so this is a bonus. He's
Bravo,
like, that
let's
makes
make
my
this
job
taken care
easier.
of right now. It does.
He was just like, oh, that made things easier.
It does. Yeah, you think it makes it easier for you as the recipient. It makes it 100 times easier for the delivery guy. And let me tell you, superstition or not, if you're the first delivery for the day and it's a signature required package and you're not there to sign for it, you just set a bad day for that person.
Oh, I am not the first stop for the mailman.
I wish delivery would come when they said it come and not give you a fucking range.
Yeah. Like the only time I've had to go through and talk with them about that, that's like I was confused, was because they had a package they were supposed to deliver for me. They delivered my mail, the regular mail, which was mostly just like junk mail and coupons and whatnot. And it was like, why didn't they deliver the thing that was supposed to be delivered? Apparently they wrapped it. Apparently when they got called, they wrapped back around and fucking delivered it. So when I came back home and picked it up.
So, Tier, what you're asking for there is an absolute nightmare for most delivery personnel and logistics companies, because you have, okay, let's give you a light day in a city route.
Okay.
You have 120 stops and 180 packages for those 120 stops. You have to try and hit the first one as early in the day as possible. And with the way things work at the terminal, that might still be 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
and you got to get through every single one of those before you go home. And now somebody says, hey, I want this at my door precisely at 1:15 p.m. Guaranteed delivery fits one of two categories. It's either before this time of day or it's within this 2-hour window, because they are arranging their entire day at that point around you.
Well, no, this not what I'm asking. So it'll say between like 2 and 5. Okay, that's a huge ass fucking window, and I get that. But if you're gonna do shit like that, how about you narrow it down just a little bit? Or we're gonna try to get you by 5 o'clock. Okay, then I know I can go out, come back.
Yeah, I'd rather have the latest time frame than just like between this time frame. It's like I'm not sitting here waiting for the cableman.
So I usually get late too anyway.
They're trying to give you a courtesy alert of when they're expecting to be there. And there are 10 to 20 factors per stop that can fluctuate that time of coming to your place, which doesn't make a big difference. It doesn't make a big deal if you're like in the first 5 stops in the day. If you're in the last 20 stops in the day, there's all kinds of craziness that can be causing issues there. I had issues because some people around here were completely unaware of Michigan weather.
We can't really hear you because you trailed away.
Yeah, you trailed away. Rotten.
My only issue with a lot of that is just because of I understand because of other freaking packages being delivered and that the time frame of when someone's going to be there for the route can change. I just always find it so funny. It's like when I know it's supposed to be delivered that day and I'm excited and waiting for it to be delivered. And that whole thing is when it either is right when I'm going to leave or it's delivered after I'm gone.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that falls into the same category as the first delivery being signature required.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sliding scale of doom at that point. See, Rotten, you'd be able to figure this one out. Let's say the person who's delivering to your house has to deliver to Holland, Zealand, for some reason, Grand Haven, and Granville.
Yeah, they wouldn't be doing that because the post office that I would be dealing with would just be the one for Ottawa County.
Well, I was talking courier more in general.
Oh yeah, courier in general. Yeah, their whole thing. It's if it's non-USPS and it's UPS or whatnot. I'm just when it gets here, it gets here. If it gets here before I go to work, sweet. If it doesn't, it be that way sometimes.
If now if you were expecting a package from generic courier and you looked at the end of the day and the tracking said it was undeliverable because of weather, and you looked outside your door and didn't see snow drifts, what would you think?
Oh, they were being lazy. I mean, I've had to deal with that before with the USPS when they said they attempted delivery. And I went down to the whole thing. They're like, well, if they said they attempted delivery, they had to attempt delivery. I said, no, well, they didn't knock on my door, didn't do anything. And he's like, well, why would you say that? It's like, because I was fucking home.
I had that before, and that pisses me off.
That, I'm there 100% with you. But the notion of all the people in this room that should get that, the weather that can prevent a delivery from getting to your door might not be the weather right outside your door. I'd expect that you would get that.
Oh yeah, well it's it depends on the area and whatnot, but it would also have to be it'd still be cold. If it was oh, they couldn't make it and it's fucking July, I'd be was there a massive thunderstorm or something?
No, I think the only ones that I ever had on weather in that regards, other than when I was in White Cloud and they did tornado warning in Spring Lake, well, Mecosta County, Newaygo, White Cloud, Fremont, and There were 2 or 3 others. I was basically surrounded by tornado warnings, and I said, "Nope, I'm gone." But you're at least familiar with the concept that if you drive 20 miles up the road, the weather's going to be different from where you're seeing outside your door.
Oh yeah, that's why when you look at your weather apps, it's a percentage chance in that area, not in the fucking state.
Yeah. And that's
Sometimes you
where
don't
I'd
even have to go that far.
that's where I'd have it. Well, I had a supervisor at the terminal who couldn't get it. It's like, why are you having all the, why are you having these weather codes in the winter here? And I'm driving back to the terminal one night, and then it hits me because I'm at 22 mile heading south, and I am in absolute whiteout conditions. I can't see the width of a cat beyond my front bumper. If there's anything in front of me, it's getting flattened. You cannot see anything. I hit 14 mile, and there is literally not a cloud in the sky. You can pick out every constellation in 200 miles from where I'm sitting. Like, no wonder he doesn't see the weather that I'm getting, because once you hit the next climate stripe, it just isn't there. But it's that thing. If they said that they tried and they were prevented by weather, it could be that they couldn't get to your neighborhood because of weather elsewhere.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. That, like, you had me thinking of that one, of it being like, oh, it was snowing. It's like, be like snow, and it's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
well,
no.
yeah, and with snow I'd be able to understand, and that whole thing, it'd still have to be winter. But if they're like trying to say it's like, oh, we couldn't do it because of the weather, it's like, depending on what time of the year it is, and be like, you're full of shit.
I delivered packages down roads where the wind was blowing trees over into the road. There were small trees, but the wind was blowing trees over into the road while I was there. I have had to move trees out of the road to get off a dead end street to be able to continue doing my deliveries.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you think that's funny, Tier? I've taken a 9-foot tall, 14, 16-foot long cargo van and burned it up a hill sideways in the winter because it was the rear wheel drive pushers. The back end kicks out if there's not enough weight, and there's no way you're getting enough weight over that back axle when it's slippery. And it's like, it's either do this, call a tow truck, or I'm stuck at the bottom of this hill in the place where the road loops, but there's a valley from both sides. I'm stuck there until spring.
Jesus.
I actually found a defective tire that way. Had a bunch of uncured rubber in the middle of it. And there may or may not have been smoke behind me as I was going.
It'd be like that sometimes.
I've also taken that same cargo van down a drag strip at over 100 miles per hour. Because the cargo van is designed for the Autobahn, and I delivered to the drag strip. Fastest way out of there. Okay, stopped at the shack there, got the signature, just burned down the drag strip till you get to the point of the turnoff, slow down just a little bit early. I miss that van.
I hate winters in Baltimore. No, seriously. So I don't like the cold in general, but these are known facts. but depending on the street you live, you eventually could get snowed in, and you'll never get the fuck out until first thaw, because they won't plow side streets. But don't pump this.
Dude, I grew up in the country
Mhm.
on literally the last road in the county to get plowed.
Wow.
As in, we'd have a blizzard on Friday, and our road wouldn't see the plow trucks until Wednesday or Thursday. Spent an entire February like that once, snowed in on Friday, plowed out Wednesday or Thursday. That's when you get your grocery shopping done. And it's like, okay, we're restocked. We got another week.
Yeah, been there.
The road got so bad that one year that they buried the county plow in a drift. Talking about the big ones with those huge triangular blades. It went nose deep into a drift so far and got lifted by the snow despite that, stuck. Our neighbor had to go down with one of his bigger tractors and the heavy chains and pull the county plow out. They got a semi, the rig with the dairy tank stuck 3/4 of a mile south of our house and had to leave it until spring. There was nothing pulling that out. See, I lived through winters like that. It's like, maybe a little global warming isn't a bad thing.
Well, I mean, it's just some winters are bad, some winters aren't.
Yeah. And we really are. We are past due. Well, I think a handful of years back, Texas kind of got it, because talk about people that are not suited and prepared for cold weather, and all of Dallas Fort Worth plus freezes to a solid block for weeks.
Yeah.
Forget rolling blackouts. I need a solid blackout. So they kind of get the way. We are past due. Okay, Jesse Smollett's polar vortex and everything there. We are past due for not just cold temperatures, but a serious blizzard. We're talking about 77. We're talking about 84. One of the, we're talking about snowbound. Hey, you're entering and leaving your house by the second floor window because the first floor is buried. Blizzard.
Yeah, I hate those.
Mr.
We're
Scott,
we're
those
past.
fighting words.
What did Mr. Scott say, since I don't have the
Says Dodge Charger is better than the Mustang A.
It's a matter of opinion.
Matter of opinion.
I have no
he's not. I mean, he's not, in one respect, he's not really wrong. Ford Mustang never got banned from NASCAR for being too good and too powerful, which the Dodge Charger did.
I don't care. Mustang is awesome.
To my mind, they are both pretty cars. They are both about equally impractical for Michigan 4 months or so of the year. I lean slightly in favor of the Charger. As far as that goes, the Pony's a little bit, unless you're dealing with the Shelby, the Cobra. But the Pony's a little bit too common in that regards. Actually, I delivered to a person that had they had 7 or 8 Mustangs, one of them being an official Indy pace car.
One of the most incredible cars I've ever driven in is a
Oh, I bet.
64 Ford Mustang.
Oh,
Mhm.
Teal
okay.
green, glitter paint.
I could do
cloth
that all
top.
day. I could do that all day, definitely. And some of it's the recognition, when the police did the update on the cruisers and everything, and they went to the Mustang, because in part it was not the Mustang, the Charger, and in part it was the only production vehicle that almost nothing was running away from.
Mr. Scott says, but some of the Chargers have AWD. What the hell's an AWD?
All-wheel drive.
I don't care.
That would make it practical in
My
the snow.
Mustang
Well,
is pretty.
that would make it more practical in the snow.
I will agree with you on the Impala is better than the Ford Focus SPD hatchback.
Very true, but I have this thing against Impala drivers.
What do you have against Impala drivers?
Everything.
95% of the ones that I've encountered are like semi-psychotic.
Have you met yourself?
We're talking about people that scare me here.
Oh.
Let's the one collision I had in Michigan while I was delivering for FedEx. There's a collision with another car.
Okay.
I have to clarify that, because there was a collision that was not with the car, but that was the county road commission's fault. I was delivering to a business on Saturday. Now there are people there, but the business was closed. I saw the vehicles. They're like, "Hey, I should be able to get a signature because I need a signature for this package because it's a business." Got a chance. Pull into their parking lot, getting ready to back into a parking spot. Very technically important reasons for that. Don't need to get into it. Let's see, they turned in behind me, went to pass me in the parking lot while I was backing into the parking spot, driving through my blind spot to hit my vehicle because they wanted to give me a package that was for another carrier.
What
That
sense
was
does that fucking make?
that was supposed to have been delivered a week prior, guaranteed date. So they didn't turn it over until a week past the guaranteed delivery date. Yeah, makes absolutely no sense. You want to know who got, you want to know who got blamed by
You did?
FedEx for that? Me,
You did?
because my vehicle was in reverse at the time of the impact. The reverse is a very dangerous thing in general in vehicles, and it's even worse in big delivery vans and everything. And let's suffice it to say that the FedEx philosophy is, if you're in a collision when your vehicle's in reverse, you're at fault no matter what else is going on.
That makes that's rather stupid.
Welcome to the world.
It is. There's a reason for it, but it is stupid. The reverse is more dangerous than left turns.
This is
So
one
it's like,
many reasons why I don't drive.
it's rule 1, never back up. Rule 2, if you're in a situation where you absolutely must back up first, which is what I was doing. The problem is I couldn't account for people driving through my blind spot while I was in motion and obviously turning. And that was an Impala.
Some people are just stupid.
Yes, they are.
Okay, just because Impala drivers are morons, though, does not mean that the car is bad.
I mean, I've seen someone freaking while I was on the school bus in like 6th grade, and it's one of the few times it's like I was kind of dickish in a way. The bus had stopped so the car could go around, and it was a Dodge Viper, and there was a woman that was driving it that was driving too fast and didn't know what she was doing. And because the road was fucking crowned as all the hell down in Saugatuck, it's not anymore. So this is fucking just shy of 30 years ago. As she goes around the bus, quite literally, the car goes from sitting regular to you start seeing the right side tires lift off, and it does a full fucking barrel roll basically
Ooh.
into the ditch. Yeah, it turns out the guy had my dad ended up talking to the guy who owned the car, and he had just bought it that week. He was rich enough he could actually afford to buy another one. She just wasn't allowed to drive it after that. But there was a dog that was with her and that was in partial shock and whatnot, and everyone's freaking. Most people are freaking out the dog, and I'm like, that's like an $80,000 car. It's just straight fucked.
Mm.
Like, how are you gonna try to do that fast with that type of car on this type of this type of road? Like, anyone who's gonna drive one of those things should know that like one of the problems with the Dodge Vipers way back when was you could actually, like, if it was in a manual, like drop the clutch into the gas and whatnot, but you could break the wheels loose from the tires.
Break the seal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It had enough torque that the rims could spin, but the tires themselves would stay in place. That's fucking a lot of torque there, bud.
Yeah.
That's when you need those soft slicks with extra bead.
Mhm.
Oh, some of the things I've seen with that, the folks in Fremont with like 4 Corvettes. Considering the size of the family, by now they're probably up to 6 or 8 Corvettes because all they buy is Corvettes. It's like, what do you do in February? I know the roads around here. That car can't get anywhere in February.
They probably just sit on the motherfucker. Well, you know what I mean. Just don't use it.
They did not have any non-Corvette cars. This isn't like they had 3 Corvettes and then 2 SUVs just in case. Everybody in the family had a Corvette, and that's all the vehicles they had. And this is before Uber.
Okay.
And let me just tell you, there's not enough taxis in Fremont, Michigan to take 3 people to work at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You could just basically replace that with there's not a lot of taxis in Michigan.
Yeah.
I know with Uber, they've gone down around here too, but you still see them periodically. But that was
and
some of the things I have seen.
What movie were you guys watching, Angela? Looked like something with John Candy in it.
It was Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
I should have guessed. That's what my guess was.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I saw it when I was a kid, but I didn't remember anything about it. It was actually quite good.
It's a fun movie.
It is.
I can understand why I didn't remember anything about it when I was a kid. Because it was fun, but it was really, really subtle.
Mhm.
And I was very, very young when I saw that movie.
Oh yeah, that was one that was more meant for like a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're gonna do one more thing for Rotten's Guns. I'm basically going through and making all new. Son of a bitch. Standard things for when I'm layering my thumbnails. So for like the Poor Boys optics, Rotten's Guns, because I finally figured out how to actually have something have a fucking outline around the lettering.
Oh,
Nice.
So
that's
I
way
I
cool.
can do it in different colors now to where it's not gonna blend in. Or some
Actually,
colors might not wash in with the background because of being a regular photo.
I mean, I could if you ask, I could have told you about that.
I'm using paint.net, dude. I'm not using like Photoshop or something.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
I am what they call very, very cheap.
I am the cheap. I am the cheap and I am the poor.
You are the cheap and the poor?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, I am the cheap and the poor. You can purchase me for very little.
I thought we outlawed that a while back now. Nobody tell Frosted.
Yeah, no one tell Frosted. No one tell James either. You can't own the black.
Yeah, I keep finding out weird small things about paint.net that I probably should have found out like 3 years ago when I first started messing with it.
I wonder if there's any tutorials out there for it.
Probably, but I am not that type of guy for a lot of things. And what it was, I just finally started going through and was like, there should be a thing for outline. And I finally saw effects. Like, okay, let's go through all these. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck artistic is. It's definitely not blurs. And finally go down to the bottom. It's like stylize, edge detect, emboss, outline. There we go. And no matter what, it always changes it to like the primary color if it was one solid color, unless it was black, to where it's white with either like a blue or a pink outline for everything. So I'm like, that works because I can just go out and make the freaking outline black after that. And then later on, I can just change the color. By going through and using the good old paint bucket to change out any of the internal. And there we go. That one is done. So save as the good old ping.
Oh, and I'm sitting here in the nervous countdown because today when I get up is the last prep day, and then Tuesday is exam time.
Hope you pass.
I should, by all the metrics, I should, but now I gotta, you gotta figure it's more than just taking the test. That means that Tuesday I have to go out on the roads, whether they're clear or not, and I have to deal with people that aren't hidden by my computer.
That's the way it goes. Sometimes you just got to deal with people.
Yeah, well, it's bad enough talking to them on the phone.
They got to actually meet them.
Yeah, I have to actually go and interact with some.
I think you'll do fine, Will. I believe in you.
I don't believe you will.
As far as the material goes, I believe in me too, as long as they don't ask me a few things, because that's just there's just too much, and there's a couple of subject matters where it's like you have to be very specific in the question, because depending on the product and if you're going by the product rule or the state rule, the answer is different.
What color do I want to use for this one? Did green
Turquoise.
did a green for the Gen 3. None of these have things that say like turquoise, so it's trying to figure out the RGB and everything for it.
Say, yeah. Never ask me for a color to look good in a image without showing me the image, because I'll just throw a random one out there. Heck, knowing me, I might throw a random one out there anyway. But if I don't have the image for guide, I will absolutely throw a random one out there.
Oh, ow, 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 ow.
Oh, I know, Rotten. It's a shocking pink.
I'm gonna go with a
Darling
purple.
blue. You want to use powder blue?
Actually, I've got a preferred shade of blue when I'm dealing with blue. I've got it in, let's see, 4 different media now. It's called ultramarine. You just gotta love a color called ultramarine, you know?
Mhm. It's not that kind of marine.
Yes.
I know it's not that kind of marine. It's just it's the, you get the alternative to aquamarine, and it's just that, that's very, that's soft when it comes to blue. This one goes all in. It's ultramarine.
It's mega marine.
And I have that in, let's see, watercolor pencils, watercolor, 2 or 3 different kinds of watercolors, and at least 2 different kinds of acrylics.
And I always find
Isn't gonna
I always find it funny because whenever I put my I've been stopping putting the whole avatar in there and just doing the head of my avatar, and then I always like to just give it a tilt one way or the other. I just haven't figured out.
Oh,
see, you just put all kinds of crazy thought into this.
I don't really put much thought into it because 90% of the time it happens. Whenever I put the thought into it, it's as I'm doing it. I just try to make depending on what it is for or certain things to go through and make different ones so that way I can easily manipulate them if I need to later on.
Hmm.
Yeah, the notion that get as much templated as you can so that it's just minor consistent modifications each time does save a lot of work.
Well, then if I want to make something new off it, it's easier to manipulate and save that if I want to come back to it later on. So pop, 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 pop.
True. Oh, I get one to I only heard this just shortly before the stream on a Liberal Hive Mind video.
oh no.
It apparently there are people at the DOJ saying they did a thorough and in-depth investigation, and Ilhan absolutely did marry her brother for immigration fraud.
Shocker.
Wait, hold on. I'm shocked. Shocked, I say. Well, not that shocked.
Well, it's going to be interesting if anything happens from that, just because it's if true, they've gone from the realm of, hey, there's this conspiracy theory out there that is semi-supported from available evidence, but there's a little bit of circumstantial there, and on the basis of a couple of his posts and a name match and everything like that, to yeah, they've actually investigated enough and have hit the point of being able to make a case on it. Of course, I'm thinking like, okay, deport, denaturalize and deport. You fraud, you go.
Banish her back to her homeland.
She keeps saying she's she's here to represent them. And it's like, no, you're putting Congress to represent the people of your state, not the people of another nation. If you are declaring and showing allegiance to another country, you have no business being here.
Oh yeah.
Well, look. I think of it this way. Well, she could represent them in our government there. She can represent her people in our government in her homeland. Show us how it's done.
Actually, no, I was going to say she can represent her people to our government here if she was set up as a diplomat, but I don't want that, because the last thing I want that woman to have is diplomatic immunity.
So there is a concept in Chinese warfare called controlling the near by being afar. It is literally biding your time somewhere else where you're safe and you can build your power and put pressure on the far by just building your power in the near. She can go over there, build her power, and put pressure on America like we fucking care. From there, we will sense her evil and her anger and her indignation from here and go, you know what? What would Ilhan do? And do the opposite.
You know what kind of government that country has. If she goes there, she ain't building no power.
Boo! Fuck! Look,
no, go ahead and finish that. So go ahead and finish that statement, because I agree. It's
boo
just
fucking
no.
who?
She can't go there and build her power because the culture and government there does not allow for the likes of her to have any.
I weep. Oh. I'm so sad.
Yeah, the complete lack of moisture on your face or in anywhere close to your eyes tells us that's a lie.
I'm so sad, so sad, so sad.
They started singing that one song from the Scott Pilgrim vs. the World movie. So sad.
I'm so sad.
That was it. Was just the so sad.
But my point is this: fuck her. No, don't
no,
fuck
thank
her.
you.
Nope. She fucked her brother. I don't want to fuck her.
So for a lot of things in my life, my standards might be kind of on the low end. My standards have never been that low.
I'd sooner cut it off than put it anywhere near her.
Well, putting it anywhere near here might lead to having to have it cut off. So
gangrenous.
Her cooch is a tunnel to hell.
I mean, in the whole thing, we've had so many people on the left that have just gone through and shown they don't care about the country, that honestly, if they're going to pull that whole thing for being in office, they should be removed from office.
Yes.
I don't care if it sounds mean and everything. I don't give a shit if you're from another country. It's like you originally came from another country. Your allegiance of what you're doing should be to this country. And guess what, Miss Omar, before you go ahead and say something, I mean the exact same fucking thing for Israel, bitch.
Yes. Again, I repeat these lines. Isolationists. Fuck everybody that's not us.
I'm not a complete isolationist, but we should have more to do with trying to take care of our people before we take care of others.
They take care of our people before we take care of others. Take care of our lawful allies before we take care of others. And I'm not okay, I'm mostly heartless. I'm not completely heartless. But you know what? You have something, really catastrophic happen. How many hundreds of millions of dollars were donated individually, not by the government, by the citizens of the US to try and help Haiti and Haitians after the earthquake? And how many millions of those, hundreds of millions of those, were stolen by the Clintons? Oh, wait, it's kind of an overlap there. Never mind.
That's
look, I don't mind.
Oh, I've been watching a lot of Nick. I shouldn't say I've been watching. I was watching a lot of Nick Freitas for a while. I think it's what, the representative or senator of what he was. I can't remember what he is for a politician. Most people know him on Twitter as the mug guy.
The mug guy.
Because he'll go through and he'll make a statement and be like, oh, and then he'll, take a drink from his mug.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the one that I put that one video in. It's actually a pretty good video. But he brought up one where he had a discussion with someone who, and I have no idea how real this is, but with him, I would consider to be more likely to be genuine, who was more left-leaning. He brought up the whole thing of, we both want to help people. The only difference is you're more okay with violence than I am. And she was like, no, I'm not. And he's like, yes, because let's just say there is an atrocity, but a natural disaster that happens somewhere in the States. He goes, the way people like myself want to go through is we're going to go down there, get other people to go down there and help out. And for those who can't, give their time and energy to it, perhaps they can give money if they can. He goes, and I may ask you if you can give give your time, money, or resource or something of that to do it. And you may say no. And if you say no, it stops there. I don't expect you to have to do it. Where you want to go with it is you want the government to step in, and I don't have the right to say no. It's under the threat of a gun.
It's force.
Mm-hmm. And it's just like, and I'm butchering the freaking thing because I can't remember it exactly, but
yeah. Right, but we get the idea, and he's right.
Fuck, blue doesn't really work either.
Help shouldn't be under threat of violence. Outros, you can't force morality. Like, I get it. It is what it is.
Well, it is what you get with a lot of the virtue signaling and everything. That it's, we must do something to help with someone else's money.
Yeah,
it's all fun and games when it's someone else's money.
Yeah, and it's like if you're not out of pocket at all, you have no reason to exercise any discretion in where the money goes for the things you're trying to help with. No reason to ask, is this actually going to be an effective use of the money, an efficient use of the money? it's pointless to ask if it's not coming out of your pocket, you just don't care.
Yeah, that's
And
why for
so
one of the bills he had to go, he brought up the story of how former, this was way back when the day, you know, like they had been in Congress or whatnot, and some congressman and whatnot had seen the whole thing of like a one local town near towns that were on fire. So they, immediately after trying to go in there and help, brought up a thing to get money to help them, and someone from his own state was just like, oh yeah, okay, you did that because it was there, but why would I care about that? It's like I can't see them. There was a fire in our part of the state that none of them saw, and there was no thing that went up to the whole thing to do that. It's like, yeah, it's easy to be generous with somebody else's money.
and I'm all for individual generosity, individual altruism. Heck, I'm all for collective altruism and generosity, as long as everybody in that collective exhibiting that generosity and altruism are doing so voluntarily with their own funds.
Mm-hmm.
I'll gladly give what I can, but I don't want my pocket picked and everybody else's pocket picked to send the money there.
Yes, I don't want you can't. Oh well, you have to send this because reasons.
Well, look at how whenever they want to change the taxes and that whole thing, how there are people on the left that get mad because they're like, no, you can't do that. That takes money away. It's like, it was never your money in the first place.
Yeah. Government produces nothing but greed and corruption. It does not generate revenue. It does not create profit. Every penny the government spends, it spends by taking it away from the citizens.
Mm-hmm.
One way or another, it spends by taking it away from the citizens. And if they can't get that concept down, and the idea that as a result, they should spend cautiously, thriftily, frugally,
Mm-hmm.
they have no business being in Washington, because they're just another tyrant. To go with Mitch's favorite, but it is a tyranny. It is. So it's like, hey, we're going to take money from you and spend it all the places we want the money to go to make us look good. We don't care if it's a cause you'd support or not. Does it fit within the boundaries and authorities of the U.S. Constitution? No, then get bent.
Get fucked.
You're a greedy, spiteful tyrant, and I hope you take a long walk off a very short, well, not short, very short distance, very tall cliff. We can get some extra. We can get some extra sharp and spiky rocks at the bottom. Make sure you don't limp away. Broken legs, a terrible thing to try and get out of a chasm with.
I hope that you go into a desert and get lost. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Remind me never to get into a car with Dear or Will.
Are you a tyrant?
To an undisclosed location.
Are you a tyrant?
I mean, with either of them,
You're fine.
Granted, with Tyr not having a license or a car, I would just say it's a good idea not to get into a car with him in general.
What the fuck?
Am I wrong?
No,
you're absolutely right.
Wait a minute, hold on. You said get in the car with me, not with me driving, just get in the car with me.
I'm implying you driving, dumbass.
I can drive.
Sure you can.
I had my license before. I just don't fucking use it.
It is a very dangerous idea to let me drive.
I can drive. Like I
convincing us or you?
I can drive. I had my license. It's just that I never fucking used it, so I never got it renewed.
Sierra, I couldn't resist. I had to mess with you. It's okay.
You know,
I believe you.
Andrew, why are you messing with me? You know I'm sensitive.
I've seen you driving video games. I think I'd rather stand. Let's see.
Hold.
Not on the sidewalk. Preferably the other side of the building, just in case.
You know what? I'm gonna just roll through the house and hit you, and then roll around. And
I didn't say it was that. I said it. I said building, that house. That was with intent. That particular building, I'll pick you. I'll pick some kind of hardened target, like a bank where you have to go through steel and
Reinforced
concrete
steel.
bolsters, steel reinforced concrete in the bank vault to get to me.
You're gonna be inside the bank vault thinking you're protected. I'm just coming through the ceiling.
Are you driving a killdozer? No,
Yes.
I'm safe.
I'm gonna use cartoon physics. How the fuck did you get in here? There's a crack in the window. What?
No window.
Crack in the, is a small, tiny hair fracture in the wall. I fit through.
And there we go. The thing for
Well, if you're
tomorrow's
going to
done.
cartoon
I just need to
physics,
go
I'm just
ahead and
going
once
to-
we're done here, finish doing my editing.
Say, what's in that super soaker? Ink remover.
You wouldn't.
Like hell, I wouldn't.
You monster.
Yep.
Believe the old saying is it takes one to know one.
I am not a monster. Wait a minute.
Have you looked in a mirror?
I'm
Wait,
not a
be nice for
monster.
that, don't you?
Hold on. I'm not a monster because the area that I'm around, I am exactly like everyone else. Therefore, my monsterhood is in question relative to proximity of humans.
So in that situation, you could just say you're a monster among monsters.
No, I'm not a monster among monsters. I'm a regular person among regular people.
Who happen to be monsters?
No, they just happen to be skeletons. But I'm a regular person. Well, technically, I'm elevated because I'm a lich. I'm not a rank and file skeleton. I'm royalty. See, I'm not a monster.
Sure you are there, bud.
You're
Lich is a royalty among the undead. We are.
You're a prince among monsters, but still a monster.
You're an eldritch abomination, and you're a damn zombie. What the fuck is going on with you?
Hey, just calling it like I see it.
I'm being lectured by an eldritch abomination about my monsterhood. There's another undead who just chiming in.
Of course. I'd expect you to do the same.
Oh, well, definitely. I will totally do it. It'd be awkward if I didn't.
What part of this is out of character? Seriously.
None of it, actually. We are all who we are. Oh, fuck. Damn it.
And I'm gonna have to see if I'm gonna have to contact a person about being like, hey, you gonna ship my optic? It's only been about 11 days.
Wow.
Like, well, I won it not last week, the week prior on the 20th on a Thursday. And it's like, and I paid for it with a credit card over the thing. It's like, there's really no reason it shouldn't have been shipped out before Thanksgiving. But you know what? I'll give you that one. Some people travel and whatnot, and they might take the week off for Thanksgiving. It better fucking ship this week, though.
Yeah, so should have at least a tracking number by now.
I'm still waiting for my new hard drive to come in.
Dude, I'm still waiting on my one thing, optic mount that's being made in Kalamazoo. I didn't realize the fucking one thing that through Optics Planet they have to fucking like the they don't always have the stuff in stock, so they're ordering it from the thing. And it's like, if I'd have known that, I'd ordered it from fucking them.
Cut the middleman out.
Yeah.
Say even the art supplies I ordered over the weekend, I've already got a tracking number.
Well, this is through Gunbroker, so it's I don't know if it's just a regular person or a actual gun store.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I win a barrel in about 12 hours.
Yay.
Ordered art supplies and some actual storage for the paint so I can get them better organized. Dude, I have a literal mountain of art supplies here.
I can believe it. I got a literal mountain of fucking paper
Well, I got that too. That's just in a different corner.
and pens and ink.
Yeah, I think this guy just tends to be one of those like he might be a store, but I think he's one of those like bit more outdoorsy stores considering the fact he's his other items is like backpacks, a lot of knives, quite a few different optics, some other gear and whatnot. It's like, yeah, he's not doing a whole lot of like selling guns.
Yeah, still need to invest in fulfillment.
Yep. Well, like 99% of the people I've dealt with on Gunbroker have all been pretty decent folk.
Yeah, I would expect most of them to be. Because you get a place like that, if you want to keep doing business, you got to be good in the business that you do. Otherwise, just be kind of like, okay, yeah, no, you're gone. Thanks, no, you can try and do your business elsewhere. We're not interested.
And I have no idea which movie, if what I think it was a movie, Mr. Scott's one. It's like he said, I think I liked Dutch more. So I'm pretty sure that was back during the Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, because we definitely don't really stick to a topic on this one.
Do we ever stick to topics?
Sometimes.
For a few minutes. Sometimes.
I mean, we did discuss how we thought Michael Rappaport's death should have been longer for like 30 minutes.
Fair enough. We have group ADHD.
I wasn't here for Michael Rappaport.
That
that
was
me
Kiss of Death. That was me, Tier, and James.
I believe so.
Again, we have group ADHD. We all see squirrels and pigeons, and we just run after the squirrel and the pigeon.
And why the heck is that chicken crossing the parking lot?
Because it's trying to escape KFC. It's
Get out of my head, Tier.
But
Well,
it's
here we go.
Rooney.
Since
You
we've
have
only got about
cookies.
10 minutes left or whatnot to make it to 2 hours, I had this one in Twitter. I think it was from like Reddit Lies or whatnot. Yeah, Reddit Lies, and it's an "Am I the asshole?" It says, "Am I the asshole for?" I'm sorry, not "Am I the asshole?" Am I overreacting? It says, "Am I overreacting up for breaking up with my girlfriend over saying I've had my fun?" And her quote was, "I've had my fun. It's time for me to settle down." That's what she said that broke me instantly. This came after a group discussion with her friends that had to do with hookups. I asked her to clarify what she meant by that later, and she said she's just glad she had her fun sex with hookups and that she's glad she can settle down with someone more secure and available. I told her that I basically find that extraordinarily offensive, and right then and there basically ensured that there would, for the rest of, there's like that would, yeah, that there would, that there would for the rest of our relationship forever be an imbalance. I rejected all hookups as I wanted sex only to be for those I loved, whereas she had a bunch of hookups, loved all of it, then settled for me, who she basically implied was a downgrade.
The
She
fuck?
she thinks it's
Dude,
I'm not done.
run.
Yeah. She thinks it's absolutely insane that I'd leave her over this, but personally, I can't fathom staying. I mean, to put it quite bluntly, I felt like the biggest bitch after she had said that in front of her friends. I think that the relationship and the one that you want to spend your life with should be part of the fun part. Why would I want to stay in what was basically become an entirely one-sided relationship where she's reminiscing on the fun she's had while I'm actively trying to make those great memories with her? I'm sorry, but fuck that. Why should I be happy knowing that other guys got super fun wild times with her after knowing her for a couple hours, whereas I, the guy who's given her my absolute 100%, gets the mediocre, tired version? How am I supposed to feel like I'm not putting in 10 times the effort when as of these guys, yet receiving 1/10 of the return? Like, I'm sorry, but I simply find that way of thinking simply incompatible with long-term relationships, especially as someone who has never and will never give myself sexually to someone casually. I just feel like there would always be a major imbalance. I mean, what's done is done already. I'd love to know if you think this is an overreaction or not. It says, edit.
Nope.
It's not just about sex. It's about how she views it. She had her fun. Now she wants to settle down with me, and I don't agree with that. I think the relationship is the fun part. I think getting in a relationship is when the fun should start ramping up and get more exciting. She obviously thinks the exact opposite. And I'm going to go back to Nick Freitas on this one for that one thing I saw it where he actually brings up, uh, in a lot of cases, arguing who someone you disagree with their point to see if you understand it better. But he, in that one, brings up the whole thing about getting married. He goes, I don't believe in the whole thing of settling down. He goes, I didn't want someone I was going to settle down with. I wanted someone I was going to build a life with. And that's what me and my wife have done. And I'm just like, man, you and I have a lot of different beliefs in that whole thing, but we agree on a fuck ton of shit.
Yeah,
I agree with the sentiment. That boy needs to flee, scurry, cut her loose. That bitch is for the streets, not the sheets, man.
Well,
You can
before we
better.
go on, I also want to hear Angela's response to this. Because we're not just going to shit on women to just shit on women.
I kind of, okay. Depending on what she was actually saying, a lot of people will say stuff like that because it's what you say when you're ready to settle down. It doesn't mean that you didn't have fun with the guy that you're with. It just means that you're done with it just being about fun.
Well, from what they were saying, or it's like from what was put in the whole thing, is what they were discussing was just casual hookups. Her and her friends were doing that. While he and basically had the whole thing of, oh yeah, I've had my fun, now I'm ready to settle down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it is up to him whether he's okay being with someone who's had multiple partners or not. Especially if she's young and has had multiple partners, because that can be very off-putting.
Yeah,
but
because that's why I just want to clarify that whole thing for this one. It's why he says in there, this came after the group discussion with her friends that had to do with hookups. I asked her to clarify what she meant by that later, and she said that she's glad she had her fun sex with hookups, and that she's glad she can settle down with someone more secure and available.
All right.
Yeah, she's not saying that she didn't have fun with him. She's just saying that she doesn't want it to only be fun. Basically, she's the one that she's ready to settle down with. She's not looking to be a anymore.
I'd honestly
Sounds like
say
it'd be
you
a
using the
whole
phrase of
Now
settling
now
down
she
is
may
terrible.
have turned around. I'm just.
Sorry.
It is up to him whether or not he's okay with the fact that she was a hoe bag before him.
Yeah, that is very true.
But it's not like she's saying that she doesn't enjoy sex with him.
Oh, I don't think that was really what it was about anyway.
Look.
But
It nowadays, from my understanding, nowadays, a lot of women will find a man who can provide, but not, you know, he's gonna pay for the all the kids that I've made with
Well, it's not
X, Y,
always
and Z.
it's not always that they're going to
I'm
have
just-
kids. Sometimes it's not always. Not all of them have
True,
a
and
bunch of different kids from a bunch of different dads.
but you got that is a thing that exists, and without the context, the full context of the story of their relationship, maybe she said it in jest. We don't know that. We're only going off a small snippet of what. If I knew her personally and I knew her personality, it was meant in jest, not like, I had my fun. Now I'm ready to settle down. We can't make that. So the assumption kind of has to be made.
Oh,
What's the word I'm looking for?
that's what I was going to say. Is like, I think the dumbest way to go about it, and like with what he's feeling, I don't necessarily think he overreacted. And that whole thing, she should have been clarified. I hate the term
Needs
settling
more
down.
context.
Yeah, I definitely agree with need more context, but I hate the term settling down. Because when you're going to have that relationship, you shouldn't be looking to settle down, because that's the whole thing of like, typically when someone thinks of settling, that's you're settling for less. And
which is quite different from the original context of along the lines of being settlers.
Yeah.
But the thing in here's my disclaimer: taking as written.
Yes.
Needs context. Definitely operating only on the taking as written.
Yes.
Not overreacting. Dude, run, because taking, say, no, and this is like, if you are being fair with the presentation, 2, 3, 5 years, she's not going to be happy. She's going to be finding somebody else. Either to walk out on you for, or to go behind your back. Dude, run. That is taking as written.
Yeah. And I'd really say the same thing if the roles were reversed and he was the one who had done that.
And I mean, he tried to seek clarity on it, and it really, I mean, again, taking as written, but it sounds like she doubled down on it. You know, maybe she's not very good with words, but there are a lot of ways you could take and turn that so that it, dispels any concerns in regard to that, beyond the, hey, this guy just can't cope with the body count. And in that regards, if she was whoring it up before meeting him, I can't blame them.
Well, I know part of it is for some folks, men and women alike, it's always that whole thing of they think that they're going to be missing out on something if they'd have stayed in that one relationship early on. And it's typically one of the things you always hear from a lot of women, not all, about women who typically got into a relationship when they were in high school and they married their high school sweetheart. It's usually, well, you missed out on all this great sex. How do you know that the sex they're not having is they find amazing?
But you also got, also got the women that fuck with, who purposely sabotage things because they're miserable and bitter.
Yeah, because misery loves company.
The latest studies show actually that they are having better sex than the ones that are in the hookup culture. So
again, like you said, misery loves company, and Oh well, you could be doing so much better. You know, he makes, you know, 6 figures, but he's never around. Like, the worst people to talk about relationships with is other women who want what you got. Look, I'm not saying that men are perfect friends. Like, far from it. Everybody can be backstabbing motherfuckers,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to learn how to discern what is genuine, you know, advice and genuine care versus I want what you have, or I don't want you to have it. I want you to be just as miserable as I am, because your happiness makes me realize my unhappiness. You know, you gotta learn to discern that. And it isn't, don't get me wrong, it's not fucking easy.
But you know
Far
what?
from it.
It's been over 2 hours, so I don't have the video. But Angela, you did miss a good one yesterday. It was 52 seconds, and it's about this guy in a hallway. This woman asked him to, you know, through her Ring camera or whatever, to please leave. And he starts messing with the door and whatnot, being like, "Oh, you gonna tell me to leave?" And then he takes off running and screaming, saying, "Your mama's a bitch." Why do you think he took off running and screaming?
I don't
She put a taser to the door handle.
know. Well done.
But we're going to get out of here. And next week we should be doing a movie review. Unless something changes, we might just be changing the movie then. So I'll look up something else. So we're going to get out of here. I think Jack from Bad Comic Reviews is streaming.
Yeah.
If he's still streaming.
He didn't start too long ago, I think. But have a good week, folks. It's now December, so get in that Christmassy spirit.
Oh God, no! They're gonna unleash Mariah because all she wants for Christmas.
Well, it's December for you. I still got now.
It's beginning to look a lot like
Fuck
Christmas.
this.
Everywhere, shut the fuck up!
Actually, that's gonna be my next video.
See, the thing is, we're after Thanksgiving. My art streams are going to have some Christmas music in them. I don't have enough Christmas music on file to do nothing but that's going to have Christmas music in it.
Yeah. But we're going to get out of here, folks. Y'all have a good one.
I too.
Laters.
Bye, all.
Everybody, be safe.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Join us again next week, or you can check out the other people in the panel in the description and see us again plausibly on one of their channels, or just check out what work they've done. Have a good week, everyone.